Question 22 for RPGaDAY 2016 is to discuss a supposedly random game event that keeps occurring. Now, the one that sticks out most in my mind from the games I've played and ran is Matthew, Brian, aka Rego Dragonborn's characters falling out of windows. Now, this started, as far as I'm aware, when we all first came together and we were playing in a Warhammer Fantasy roleplay game ran by Sean Connors. I played a couple of characters in that game, a troll slayer and a sort of haunted elf, angsty, yeah, I know. But I remember we were staying, when I was playing my dwarf, we were staying in a sort of small tavern in the old world, and I forget exactly why. We were trying to shoulder barge past some people and run downstairs, and I remember Matthew made some sort of botch on his roll and ended up falling out of the side window and I think breaking his arm as we were running down these stairs, with the inevitable sort of humour of the situation and, you know, oh, that's a one-off, that thing will never happen again, and we continued with the game. Then later on in my Numenera game, we ended up with Matthew's character sort of falling down a cliff. I think he fell out of a window in that game. He also fell out of a few windows in various other games I've played, and it became something of a thing amongst the group that if Matthew's character got near a window, chances are at some point he was going to fall out of it. And Matthew, to his credit, took this with good humour and was sort of in on the joke. You know, these things do happen in games, and I think it's good in a way that they do happen, because it helps you remember these things. And when we all play numerous games and we have lots of real life stuff going on as well, a lot of the sort of exact memories of games can sort of fade into the background. I mean, that's why a lot of us keep notes, after all, to sort of aid the memory. But these sort of events, these humorous events, these things which are quite random but occasionally reoccur just due to the vagaries of fate and chance, really do stick in our mind as sort of highlights and interesting points and humorous points of RPGs. And I think it's one of the great things about our hobby that we can have these moments in games. They can bring people closer together as a group, engaging in a group hobby. They all give us something to chuckle about, something to talk about, saying, oh, do you remember that time when so-and-so fell off the rope bridge and into the river? Yeah, something I've done in a game. And it all brings us together as a community. We all share in the laughs and the jokes that come out of those moments. And in my mind, they're equally, if not more so, as important in games as the really big dramatic moments, the climaxes, the defeats of villains, the high story moments, etc. These little comedic moments, these little random events that strangely reoccur, they bring us all together and they keep the game going and keep it in the forefront of our mind. So that's my answer to question 22. A supposedly random game event that keeps reoccurring. It would be Matthew's characters falling out of windows, and Matthew's played a great number of characters, all of which I found very entertaining, and I hope he continues falling out of many windows in the years to come. In character, of course. I'm not a maniac. So until I see you for tomorrow's video, take care and happy gaming.